What's up, my peeps? Today we got another episode of Chicken Warrior Monsters. This is Chicken and Friends Gaming, and we are picking up where we left off. Now, you will need a little bit of a refresher on what I've done since we left off on the last episode. So I did mention that I would be breeding some skills, catching a Demonite, breeding some skills into our Gremlin, who would be Snark here. Now, this is not going to be the same Snark that we left off with, because here's what happened. You'll notice the HP stat, the MP stat, way higher and at a lower level. This is how this happened. So, funny story. Caught a Demonite. Its MP skills were really low, which is kind of a thing you run into when you catch that specific species. So I was like, okay, why don't I breed it with something that has a higher MP stat, something that I'm not using, so that when I breed it with the Gremlin, I don't sacrifice its stats. So that's exactly what I did. However, when I chose who to breed it with, which was Batty, our Dracky, which we were unable to use, our vampire bat there, who has great speed, great MP, it definitely made up for the Demonite's weaknesses, and it would have definitely brought the MP up pretty significantly to be able to use for the purpose we're trying to fulfill here, when I accidentally made the Dracky the pedigree. So it became a bird. Meaning that if I were to breed that with our Gremlin, Snark here, it would result in a different species. So that would go against our lock rules. So unfortunately, I had to take what resulted, which ended up being this monster called Mad Pecker, which is a very strange name, and it was a stranger looking creature. It's as strange as the name was. It was an absolute powerhouse, and when I went to breed it, I noticed, wait a minute, this goes against the rules. So I bred it with another demon breed monster, which would be the Demonite in this case, and basically it resulted in the same issue that I had had before, which was that it didn't require, like, it didn't have the magic power that it required. So I ended up breeding it with something else with a higher MP stat again. This time I did that and made sure that it was the right gender, and it resulted in the one that we have there. So that's how we ended up with a beefed up Gremlin in this particular case. So basically we've got this Gremlin with amazing stats. Let's take a look at the actual stats that resulted from the breeding. So we got Tony here, and Tony is a tank. I was definitely using him as like kind of a fail-safe so that we wouldn't like get everybody wiped out and lose a bunch of stuff and items. So he's been training up with all the things I had to breed basically. And Tony's got 107 attack here with some pretty good bulky other stats. Leg sweep, vacuum slash metal cut, same things that we got from the breeding results. With Snark, these are the skills it all ended up with, which are amazing. We got some really good bred skills for the potential of combination attacks, especially if we end up breeding this later on. I think we really only need Ice Bolt to add to that to make some really good skill stuff. So this thing is looking like it's going to be an amazing addition to the team. And we got our dragon here. Now, I did end up breeding Drogo and Dany just as a Game of Thrones shout out here. It increased the skill a little bit, add an extra fire attack with Fire Slash. It hasn't learned it yet, but it'll get Fire Slash, which is cool. Didn't do a ton to support that other than it just kind of boosted stats a little bit. You can see its attack is definitely really strong, but it's not like significantly better than it was. So that's kind of what I've been up to since. So with that little like 2.5 minute or so lead in, let's get into what we're doing today. We're going to have to unlock the next arena for us to progress in the game here. And my guys are definitely trained enough to absolutely do work, just punish the next class. What I want to do first is let's check out their personalities. What are they going to say to me before this fight? What's their pre-fight mentality? So Dany here, what does Dany say? I'm not a rebel. Sounds like a true Targaryen. Sounds like Dany, the namesake here. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, relax, relax, calm down, calm down. So trying to soothe itself. Wonder what exactly. Hasty? So I guess it's trying to not be hasty. Smart, I guess. I can't be bothered. This is child's play. Sounds like Tony, our soprano here. So let's get fighting. I believe we're going to actually fight the guy to the right of this right here. This is, I think his name's Tito. E-class, I survived E-class, you're still in F-class, call me Master Tito from now on. So let's see. Oh, we're in E-class. Okay, so I can beat this, and we'll be pretty close to him. Let's check out what we got. Ladies and gents, welcome to the arena. A new challenger is here today. Please welcome Chicken. Now we begin the first match. So, what do we have here? Alright, we're going to have to be careful not to get poisoned in this fight. There's going to be a lot of poison skill on this other team. We got Crest Pint, a Tree Slime, and a Poison Gun. It's got literally poison in the name, so this is going to be a heck of a fight on our end here. Tony attacks the Poison Gun. Snark's going to spit Ice. Now that's a level 2 attack. That should be pretty helpful for us. Poison Gun's going to go down, so it takes out one of their poison guys. They did not take out the other poison guy. Oh, and a miss attack. That was key. That was clutch. Good dodge by Snark there. That should take care of the Crestment. Easy money. Easy win. I might even go 2 arena matches just to test our luck. See if we can go 2 in a row with a lot of gates available to us. Who's next? Looks like dragon-based attacks here. So they're going to be immune to fire. Thankfully, I don't have a lot of the fire attack other than Danny, but Danny can hit on its own. Alright, so Drac Slime Dragon and Fairy Drac. Drac Slime spitting Fire Air. Does a pretty good amount of damage there. No effect on Danny. Immune to the fire. True Targaryen. So everyone's attacking instead of doing spitting attacks. Wow, that was a big hit. That thing went down in one shot. Danny cannot be bothered by fire. Drac Slime is going to do a lot of damage if we don't knock this thing out within the next turn. And it does outspeed. Alright, it's gone. Cool. Yeah, this is going to be an easy fight. Down they go. All of them are over 70 HP, so the guy that was just talking smack to us over here, he's got a match on his hands. Hey Chicken, welcome. I'm Master Tito. Do you think you can defeat me? Haha, don't let your defeat bother you. Talking big game, Tito. Back up your smack here. He's got an Armorpede and 2 Snailies. Snailies are going to have ice attacks. Armorpede's going to have a strong attack in general. So there's an Ice Bolt, doing a pretty good amount of damage. We're going to have to knock these guys out pretty quickly. Oh, that would have been devastating if it had landed. Firebane, level 2 fire attack. It's not the best fire attack. I wish it hadn't. Oh, it's going for a full force attack. Can it land? It lands a crit. That thing is dead. You got Fire Air. It's a level 1 attack. I'm not fond of it, but I guess it did the job. Snark got jumped, but Snark has way better defense. So this is going to be an easy fight. I wish it hadn't done that, though. That was not a good attack. Not a smart attack. But this thing is easy. Everything's over 50 HP from where it needed to be. Let's push our luck. Let's see if we can beat this. Now, this isn't like a Nuzlocke where if things die, then we lose the game, because at some point in Dragon Warrior Mod, especially with the type of rule set we're running, you're going to lose. It's just the way this goes. So we won that. Now, there's a little bit of a cool piece of info here. This guy is going to be willing to breed with you because of this. Now, he says, give me another chance. Why don't we breed our monsters? Why don't you breed an Iceman with me? Why not? So this is an ice type. It counts as a static because it is one of our guys here. So whatever results we can technically use, what do we have to breed it with? Golem. You get a level, like a Golem +2 kind of thing going on. I have another Iceman. So why don't I just make another Iceman? That works. I don't think that... I could take the risk here and make a Blizzardy. Because I think that Iceman with any bird would make a Blizzardy. But I don't really know if I want to take the risk of losing out on getting an Iceman, which we can then raise and use. So I could also use it to get a different monster of one of my 3 here. I just can't guarantee whatever he has is going to be worth it. So you know what? We're going to just get another Iceman out of it. This thing's got a cool attack, couple of cool attacks. Might as well just make it stronger because its stats are absolutely terrible. It's garbage. Alright. So we can have an Iceman that we might be able to use later on. If I can manage to get a lava man off of somebody, we can make some real magic with it, because that would mean that I'm allowed to use that, since it's technically a bred monster that was from a static. So that would result in one of the game-breaking type monsters, somebody named Gold Golem, which I could then, if I find a way to figure out how to do it, maybe use to get my favorite monster in the game. So overall, it'd be pretty darn cool. Now, let's go ahead and give this next class a try. Why not? Well, why not? Because I don't have the money with me, because I only packaged out enough money. But I definitely have a lot from the travels that are stored in the vault. One other thing I wanted to show you was the guy named the Metal Man, because I did pick up a few tiny metals while I was training all these things, so I can show you how to use these tiny metals as well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out the 100 that we need for that. We're going to take out the items of the tiny metals. I got a horror book too. Now, the books are kind of cool, but we don't really need them right now, so there's not really a point in taking them out. I can't guarantee we're going to get a merchant, so I'm not going to take out the book or the staffs. The horror book will make your monster more cowardly, and we don't really need that right now. We don't have anybody that's way too reckless, so that's something I don't can really use. I'd probably end up selling that, really. It's going to be worth a lot of money. Metal Man. So you take your metals, whenever you get tiny metals in this game, you take it to this guy who looks suspiciously like the king. And that's because it is the king. He has a chamber that goes right to the throne. He puts on a different robe, and he acts like he's somebody else. Oh, welcome. Not he pretends he doesn't know me. I am the Metal Man. I collect tiny metals scattered all over the world. If you find some, give them to me. I'll reward you. The more metals, the more better your reward. I'm counting on you. Busy, busy, busy. He even says the same thing as the king. Not subtle. It's kind of like in Pokemon with the new Alola region episodes when they have the Master Royal and Professor Kukui is trying to pretend to not be the Master Royal and like keep his identity secret or whatever. It's completely obvious, but everyone's completely dense and doesn't figure it out. I guess everybody in this kingdom is so dense they can't figure out that Metal Man's the king. So, you have metals. Let me take them for you. You brought a total of 4 metals. I'll give you a Zapbird egg when the metals exceed 13. Now, it's kind of funny. I think it's an English translation issue. It says exceed 13, meaning go past 13. But in this particular case, if you just hit 13 right on the dot, he'll give you the Zapbird egg anyway. And Zapbird's a really useful creature. It's got a very strong attack known as Hell Blast. Great, great attack. And that can be useful for breeding. So now that we got our 100G, let's try D-Class. Test our luck. Don't know if we're going to pass this. I don't know if we're going to win this. I feel like we still had a good amount of HP, so we should be able to at least put up a fight. But let's see how this goes. So we've got 3 monsters here. We've got a Sacker, a Florija, and a Mad Plant, as you're going to find out here. Sacker's got pretty darn good defense and can do a couple of attacks that do damage. Florija is very fast. Mad Plant's kind of a booster as well. Ooh, 14, it's a pretty good thing here. And this guy, Florija, is going to cast for speed, so they're going to have some priority on us now. That Ice Air is nice. Do 3-way damage there. Florija just got knocked out. Sacker's about to go down on this attack here. And Mad Plant is the only one standing. It's going to sap out our stats, but it's not going to matter. This thing is going down. So the first enemy was no biggie, because the challenger us to a second match. Let's see what we have here. So I know what monsters these are. I'll let you see them first this time. Very funny names. So we got Medusa Eye, which graphics from back in the day don't really see the eye as clearly as you could. And Mad Gopher, which is a funny monster. It's a little spade there. Now, I really wish I didn't do Inframore. Inframore is not going to be the most effective. We can knock out the Medusa Eye at least, which is nice. Ooh, Surround. That's a tough attack to get around because that's going to make our physical attacks less effective, which is kind of rough on us. But we can probably beat these guys pretty easily. The casting spells will definitely get around that. And this is going to be a 50-50 shot. Still hit it. Okay, Mad Gopher's gone. That's our big attacker. Medusa Eye goes for attack, misses. I guess it was affected by its own illusion. Throwing the Vacuum Slash and miss, so here's where the elusiveness is kind of becoming an issue. But casting spells helps. Snork's got MP for days. We are good. And we are on to Master Mick, the arrogant SOB that taunted us in the Queen's room, saying, "Oh, you're a weakling. Oh, look at this. You're my opponent. Is this a joke? You have no chance with monsters like that." Alright, let's see how this goes for us. We've got Rogue Knight and 2 Mad Cats. These things are going to be fast, and they're going to hit hard, especially the Rogue Knight. So let's see how this goes. Probably could have gone for a smarter attack on that. Tony's getting hit pretty hard there. Snark hits the in for more. Ooh, did a lot of damage. Guess they're pretty weak to wind moves. Ooh, Evil Slash. That's a tough move. We better get these guys out of the way. I think we did enough damage on that sweep that we should just go for the charge, actually. That Mad Cat's gone. Tony is mad, and he took out the Mad Cat. Alright, now this thing's going to have the Evil Slash. It's tough. We got to dodge him. It doesn't hit very well. It doesn't have a good accuracy rate, but when it hits, man, does it do damage. We went perfect 3 for 3 on that. Our guys were way too powerful for this. So, what happens when you can't walk the walk there, Master Mick? Oh, wow. Harassor surviving. King needs you. Please come this way. Uh-oh. Good work, Chicken, on surviving D class. I permit you to permit in C class and above. In fact, I take it back. Chicken. Traveler's gates in the room. Strength and anger seems strange. An enormous amount of monsters appearing out of nowhere. As the king cannot ignore this problem. Go to that room immediately. Resolve the problem. I'll leave it to you. Uh-oh. Busy, busy, busy. I hope they let us go to the other traveler gates first. We're going to need the training for that. Because that room of strength and anger might be a little too powerful for us. But we'll see how this goes. So what I want to do first is go over to this dude Mick. I think he also has something that he'll allow to breed with us. It'll be nice. Let me also talk to this guy and see what's going on with him. He's got a try harder, so he's just taking me as a good rival there, someone to help out with. Nice dude. Lets you breed with his monsters. Very cool. What do these guys have to say? He's got a Bone Slave, he can't be beaten. Monster with Thunder Skull, that's Bone Slave. And that'll help for unlocking a secret thing. But for now, we'll leave it to be. I don't want to breed with me. My cat, good specification there. Alright, I can breed whatever I want with that, and that means we can use it if we wanted to. So Catfly is a beast-type monster. Let's see what I should consider breeding with that. Not Tony. Yeah, his stats are pretty weak. I feel like Catfly's not going to have a lot of MP either. Let's go with one of these guys. Let's go with this guy. Why not? Yeah. I'll go with you. I don't know what you're going to result in, but Grunt was not really very useful to me anyway. It was one of the originals that I had caught in the gates that I'm not really very fond of using. So, it gives us usability later in the game if we really want it. So he let me breed, that's cool. Iceman's relative with Lava Man, but it's not behind Travelers Gates 4 or Meister just might have one. I already alluded to that. A little one step ahead of this guy, but he's got some useful info. And that Lava Man is a secret. It's a big thing with that Gold Golem. Gold Golem is a very integral monster. Simply should accept my defeat as a token of our friendship. Let's breed our monsters. You can breed with my Dead Knight. Okay. It's a zombie type. That's pretty cool. So that gives me usability for a zombie type if I want it. Zombie. Who should I breed with my zombie? Let's go with, I'll go with Chicken here. I like Chicken. Chicken, you can breed with the zombie. Chicken it is. Start the breeding ceremony. Sure. I got 3 monsters. I could find out what they are. So, I suppose before we get into the action of looking at the gates, since we got some good fights in, we can take a look at the results of our breeding here. I guess he wants to be friends now that I can beat him. Smug. So, one of the things that the queen is going to request of us, if I want to talk to her, which I'm not going to waste the time doing, she just kind of gives you rewards for doing certain things, but she would request that I give her, or let her see a winged slime, which is simply bred by breeding, flying, and slime family, and slime as the pedigree. So, if you show that to her, she'll give you an item. And the more monsters she requests that you show her, that you actually follow through on, the more she will give you. Now, let's check out what we resulted in the breeding. So we got the Iceman as we predicted, because that is Iceman, same monster. It's not one of the ones that you get a different monster for breeding the same. So we got that. We got a Gophacida, which was beast and insect combination. And a Rot Raven. Now, Rot Ravens are pretty cool. They can sometimes have thunder ability, so that could be pretty useful for in-game stuff, actually. That might actually really come in handy for us. So, I'm kind of thinking when we're looking to breed some more monsters into our gremlin here, because we can get that lightning skill to kind of finish off what we need. Actually, he doesn't have Bang, though. Kind of need the attack called Bang. So, let's take a look. I want to look at these actual skills, though. I think High Jump or something like that is one of those attacks for the Rot Raven, which would be right here. So, Mad Raven, that's what it is. Not Rot Raven. Rot Raven's different. Mad Raven's got High Jump, Drax Slash Tail. So, this doesn't have the lightning, so I was thinking of Rot Raven. Mad Raven's attacks aren't particularly useful for us, no big deal. If we look at Gophacida, that's the insect actually family. Gophacida. Beat Magic by Call. Now Beat's interesting, it's an automatic KO move. It doesn't always hit. It becomes something called Defeat, which attacks towards all 3 at the same time. It's very similar to an attack like Fister or Horn Drill or something in Pokemon. It's a pretty cool attack. And then there's Iceman, which is of the Material family, and Iceman has Ice Bolt, Frigid Air, Strong D. Good attacks there. I think that Frigid Air is something we already have bred into one of our monsters, but we're really going to need the Iceman more for should we encounter a Lava Man at some point. So let's go ahead and get into this gate now. Timing wise, I don't want to do too much in this one thing. I'll lose you guys a little bit. But looking into it, we do have the ability to go into the gates that are a little less difficult. So let's do that. Thinking we go through 1 gate now, and next filming we could go through 3. Instead of having to go through the arena at all. We'll see where we end up with breeding, if I end up having to grind things up or anything. What do we have? Bean Man. Bean Man is a plant type monster and utterly useless, and I really hope I don't catch it. Does have a charge up attack though, I'll give it that. Can be useful for combined skills, but when we see these guys stand up against the monsters we currently have, it does nothing but provide us valuable experience. Almost 100. Not terrible for a 3-monster team. Ooh, a Demonite. I do like those. But again, like I said, their MP is severely lacking. I think we can do better. I don't know if there's another demon monster in this specific gate, but there should be some relatively soon. Like I said, as much as I like Demonite, do better. Now, Demonite, Floraman, Beanman. Floraman is pretty well versed in spells, so I really do want to take that out before it tries to attack us. Alright, Floraman's gone. So these guys are not putting up much of a fight. We're not meeting too much resistance. The only thing I worry about is running out of MP with all these spells we're casting, but it is better than potentially dying. So hopefully the walking around will have to do with an 8 different warp holes instead of 4 or 5 that we've been seeing. Will enable us to kind of get some of that MP back. Demonite, Beanman. Attack. I need to attack that thing to death. Fire, not a good move. We're gonna let him attack on this. Twin hits. So twin hits is interesting. You double attack power. That's the charge up move. I guess it's not charge up, but it's twin hits. Twin hits is cool. That would be something useful to add into our Tony here. If we were to breed for a Tony round 2. Warp staff. I like the idea of a warp staff. We haven't seen one of those yet. It instantly warps you to the hole. Very, very helpful for making a quicker video. When you're just sick of going through all the levels, which at this point I'm not too upset about. This is a pretty easily navigable hole. And we'll be back to the hole here and go to level 2 in a moment. Just want to take out these little bean men. So it looks like the limit on their HP is up around the 50s. Not too hard to take out. If my guys just attacked them except for Snark, probably just attack them to death. Ooh, a foreign monster. Okay. I don't know how much meat I have on me. Oh, that Blizzardy would be very useful. That's with Gizmo, actually. These are 3 useful I got 2 ribs. Let's see what we can do. That Gizmo is very useful for breeding, actually, as it turns out. So, we'll see what we can do. Gizmo has a pretty decent spell resistance, usually. Ah, Gizmo's dead. Snark gets an attack. Oh, we're going to go for a Blizzardy then. I would not be upset about a Blizzardy. And I can go all out on this particular guy without any regard for who dies because it is a healing priest, so my guys are going to be healed right after this attack anyway. Snark levels up. Blazemore, very useful solo attack. And we got the Blizzardy for use in the game. How about that? What a great successful thing here. Let's name you, God, I really wish I had more characters. I would have named you Elizabeth, but we're going to go with just Blizz. Blizz is a cool name. Alright, level 20. Wow, you went down easy for a level 20. You were weak. In for more Twin Slash and High Jump. Not too bad of attacks, really. That's pretty cool. I'll have to train you later. Get your full attack range. Definitely not coming with me. My monsters are way better than you, but you'll be useful for breeding. I can end up getting a Phoenix. That's another... And I could use that if I get the Phoenix, which is great because there is a monster named Rainhawk who is created by the fire counterpart for Blizzardy that is both useful for very powerful monster breeding and has one of the best attacks in the game. So that would be a great addition to the team should I encounter or be able to find a Phoenix. Alright, what do we have here? Some gold. Gold. And a moon herb. That will be tossed if I run out of space for items. And some demonites. So like I said, they're useful for breeding here because we're going to need to put some more skills into Snark at some point. So, wouldn't be mad to catch one of those guys. I already caught the use monster for this out of the master battle, which is totally fine with me. That enables me to put some really cool breeding mechanisms into this, but I would say if we catch a Demonite, I'm not mad. Useful for in-game stuff. I don't exactly, I was going to say have the meat for that, but we do have a meat here. It's beef jerky. Not very helpful. Bunch of beef jerky. Now, these purple things will actually reduce your monster's HP by 2 every time you step on one. I'm doing that to get the gold here. Ash Ketchum would not approve, but hey, I don't give a crap what he says. He's never won anything, has he? Shade. Alright, let's knock these dudes out and just go to the next one here. I don't need to forage for items. I'd actually rather battle a different monster master than a priest. Because other people give you very useful stuff. I got that book from a foreign master, actually, defeating one of them. Herb. I'd rather start seeing things like potions around here. Because MP is my concern, not HP. Ooh, a sirloin! That is an amazing find. A sirloin is like one of those things where if you give 3 to any monster that is able to join you, they will join your team. It is an automatic. Doesn't matter if you've caught one before, or if it's completely new, or how high the level is. It will join your team if you give them 3 sirloins. No monster could resist the allure, I suppose. You can see the Floor Man costing Fire being a level 2 fire skill. Did a lot of damage there. Thankfully, I have quite a few healing items now. An herb, okay. Let's just use one of these guys here. So Tony, let's heal you up. Let's heal you guys up. Snark and Danny. Herbs are kind of dime a dozen here, and I can just make sure you all are fine. Alright, so we've seen everything on this floor. If we do encounter a monster master in the next floor, it will be a healer anyway, so we can just keep replenishing our MP. Which is my main concern. Not too concerned about HP. Our gremlin, keep in mind, does have healing powers, so it's not the biggest deal if we lose a little HP here and there. These two. Oof. Don't like fighting these dudes. Alright, these guys are going to be knocked out as long as Tony hits his attack. There we go. 81 just for 2 of them. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's about 40 per, so I think you get the most experience out of those guys. Love Water will heal more than just the herb, which is why I prefer them. Laurel heals curses. Very helpful for when you encounter things that can curse. Not sure Floorman can do that. This should provide us with some good experience as we try to level our guys up. Firebane, not the most useful attack there. Except when it's against us. Alright. Well, we can knock it out. Snark should just go for attacking things. It's got a little better attack than it gives itself credit for, I suppose. Beef jerky. Not our fave. It's my fave. Not an in-game fave. Alright, 5 out of 8. We're not making too bad of progress here. What kind of meat is this? Another beef jerky. Don't need it. Let's go to the next floor. Now, because I touched every item, it should trigger a healer if this were the type of floor that would do that. It is not. No, I'm trying to remember the trick to this. I think it's just to go down here and go this way. These are labyrinths, basically. These are little puzzle rooms. You'll get those occasionally. They're very annoying, and you have to memorize how to get through the floor. Otherwise, you'll be wandering around aimlessly until you figure it out. Thankfully, I remembered how to get through this one. We'll never encounter a foreign master on those, nor will you find any items, so those are kind of a waste of the floor. Alright, Let's see here. So we are on, I think, 6 out of 8 or 7 out of 8. We're making great progress here. I don't remember which exact gate this was. I didn't check. So I'm not sure which boss we'll face. I feel like it's going to be, I want to say, either Big Eye, which is able to be caught, or it will be Fang Slime. Both leveling up, nice. Yeah, Bean Man. I mean, we can take him in, I guess. It's not going to be usable, and there's not going to be anything we need, but I'm going to name you Bean. Mr. Bean, even though it's girl, Mrs. Bean. Rob Magic and twin hits so far. I do like that twin hits. It's nice. It's going to be something that's useful to breed into Tony as soon as we establish a beast type breeding partner for that, because we do have to keep the same anteater. I don't really care to pick up that herb right now, to be honest with you. Oh, they're going to launch a surprise attack on us. This could get dangerous. We're going to need to heal a bit. I am very glad they did not just cast 2 Fire Beam on us, because that could have got dangerous. Heal more. Cool. I'll knock one of y'all out. Heal the second of you. Crit. Nice. Bye-bye. Tony learns Lush Licks. Alright, that's a cool attack. I'm into that. A debilitating attack. We're on 7 out of 8, so we're getting really close to our boss for this gate. Should be the last thing we cover in today's episode. Let's see what we got here. So we're over here, back where we started. Oh, a giant worm. Now that, I think, counts as a beast monster. That might be something I look into. I want to grab that. There's beast cut. Ouch. Cutting my beast. It's alright. I can go for the attack here. Oh, they attacked the giant worm, so I'm not catching that one this time. No biggie. Okay, let's go over here. I think once we go and to the right here, it should bring us to the hole, because I don't think that's the one spot we've kind of avoided here. Alright. Yeah, let's knock this guy out. Boom. Okay. And that should bring us to, I think the hole is on the right here. Unless it's in the connecting spot. I guess it's in the connecting spot. That's the one spot we didn't connect. Ooh, some gold. Nice. What are we? I guess there's one spot left. Might as well look at it. Okay. Let's get into floor 8. What is our new music? I can tell who the boss is by the music. I think it's Sky Dragon, actually. It's going to either be Sky Dragon or the Big Eye. Ooh, Bull Bird. It's an interesting name. Is it bull or is it bird? Which family will it be a part of? Ooh, Bullbird survives a 61 attack, huh? That is pretty cool. Can't tell you what type it is exactly. I feel like Bullbird's a bird. That's why they put bird at the end. Looks more beast than bird, but hey, I think that it is a bird. Antidote. Nothing that we're gonna fight in this will poison us, so I'm not really too worried about that. I don't think there's anything with a poisoning skill, actually. How much experience are we away from? Okay, so Snark's the closest. Man, Tony does not grow very fast. Was not built for speed, this Tony. Alright, let's go down here. Oh, a seed. I am definitely picking that up. Seeds improve stats. I'm going to give you the herb, Tony. And, oh, okay, someone's guarding the seed here. This lone bean man, you never stood a chance, buddy. Bye-bye. Touch my seed. Intelligent seed. I think Tony's the dumbest. Let's find out. 67, 92. Ooh, Danny is the dumbest. Danny, you are getting the seed. We need to work on that intelligence. Guess it fits. Danny does make decisions that are terrible. So we can all attest to. Alright, what kind of meat do we have here? Beef jerky. Useful. I just want to check to see if there's any cool items or somebody to fight. I would really like it if one of those healers was right there, because that would just take care of my magic problem. I think this attack should knock both of these guys out. Oh, that's right, that did improve the blaze arrow at some point, which was much better than the fire arrow. Okay, so no one to fight, which means it is time to go to the boss. Let's find out who we have here. I really wish it's not the Sky Dragon, because that one can get kind of weird. You have to solve a puzzle to end up fighting it, and it moves around a bit. It's like trying to catch the Furfrou in the Pokemon XY game. Okay, so I think our boss fight will allow Snark to level up. That's Big Eye. Cool. Now, Big Eye can be caught with a sirloin, which is what I'm going to give him. I don't think there's anybody better to catch than Big Eye. Reason being, he's Beast, which means that we can use Big Eye to breed with Tony at some point. Very useful. And some mysterious dude just came by in a robe with a scythe and was like not here either. That was ominous. Illusion there. I tried jumping off of cliffs. Wow. That's an interesting piece of advice. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to go here, you, and then I'm going to go backwards. Let's see if that confirms the command, because I want to give you a sirloin before I put you to sleep. Those vacuum slides. Okay, so I didn't work with the command, but we'll figure it out. I don't think it's going to kill us in one hit. Snowstorm's a pretty good attack, though. That is the evolve of Ice Bolt, I want to say. Alright, let's go here, here, here. Now be smart, Snark. Sleep all. Smart. I think that's going to wake it up, though. Oh, nice. Okay. So let's stay with this. Let's go here. I wonder if Tony can attack it with Lush Licks, if that would work. Still sleeping. Wow, that is amazing. Blazemore is a good attack for this. That really significantly boosts Snark's attack. Bye-bye. Okay, it took my sirloin. Guess I need 3 of them, which I don't have the money for. I didn't have a rib, so beef jerky's not going to sway it. Alright, it's okay to go. The Travelers first go fix the problem with getting angry quickly. No. No. We are not at all prepared to battle that monster. Okay, so we didn't get our beast in that go around. Let's run a quick inventory check on what we have going on in the farm before we get done with this. So we got Slib, we got our Jelly, we got Kix, Frodo, Tony, Suki, Sean, Snark, Danny, Blizz, Bean, and that is all. And then for the eggs we have Iceman, Gofakata, and Mad Raven, none of which are beasts, so we'll have to catch a beast at some point. Alright, so with that, we will go ahead and wrap up today's filming. As I am Chicken, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of everything so far. Let me know if you've played the game before, what your favorite monsters from it are, or if this is something that you're new to. Maybe tell me what your favorite is so far that we've gone through with who you're pulling for. So, like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm Chicken, and I'll see you next time.